Yo, what's up YouTube? It's Big T Tech here. This video here is talking about different income streams that you can acquire. I know because of the pandemic, a lot of people lost their jobs. There was a lot of new jobs gained, especially in the remote realm. I found that delivering food was more my lane. Okay, I worked for this company, and most people that know me know the name of that company. It was a tech company. I worked for them for 14 years, and I found that working for them, it was cool. Till it got to the point where it really started feeling like a job. At first, it felt like the first 3 years of that job, I did tech support. That became like a hassle. But then when I started, actually repairing the computers, repairing the computers was almost like a hobby. It was very, very fun. Then it got to a point, don't know what year that was, got to the point where it really started feeling like a job. Wasn't having fun no more. So when you're doing something every day, in and out, repetitive, and it feels and it's fun, you enjoy it more, you're more into it. But when it gets to the point where it really starts feeling like a job, then you kind of get like almost depressed. So for the latter years of working there, that's how I felt. I felt depressed. I experienced racism. I experienced quite a few things, but for the most part, there were a few people there that I developed a friendship with. Very cool people, more than quite a few, that I met there. But I found after I lost my job in November, after I kept putting in a complaint, and they they would respond to the emails, but they did nothing about it. That's when I knew that they didn't care about my well-being at all. And they would reply and say, "Oh, okay, we're gonna do something about it." They never did. And I responded 3 times. I still have the emails, they never did. So after they fired me in November of 2020, they didn't give me unemployment at all, because they said that I was late to work. Which that was a lie, because I came in, I clocked in, and I started doing something in the break room for like 30 minutes. Now understand, at this company, you have 2 work times, 7 o'clock, 7:30. Clock in, you can either go to work at 7 or 7:30. It's always been like that since I worked in that department, in the repair department. It's always been 7 a.m. or 7:30. They were coming from a standpoint, if you clocked in at 4 minutes before 7 a.m., then you shouldn't be in the break room. You go straight to work. I clocked in before 7 a.m. I didn't actually go to work until 7:30. I was in the building, but they told unemployment office, they told them that I was late to work, so that was grounds of dismissal. And they said, well, he's been in the break room before, we wrote him up for that and this, that, and the third. But I was depressed like that first week coming into Thanksgiving of last year. And I was like, running around like a chicken with his head cut off, like, okay, what am I gonna do? Just got a new car, still gotta pay my rent, got, a lot of stuff that I wanna do. And I remember back in September, I had a friend of mine, a very good friend of mine, told me about Doordash. And I was like, you know what? I signed up for Doordash back in 19. And and I had got the activation kit, but I never did it because, you know, whenever I used to come home from the job, you know, I always had something to do. Or maybe I had to go on a raid, or just finish doing some stuff like that with the game Destiny on the Xbox. And I never did like pay attention to it. I signed up for it though. So my friend told me about DoorDash, so I started doing it part-time in September. And I was liking it, you know, it was a little extra money. And I was like, okay, cool. And but after I lost my job, I was like, you know, let me do this thing right here then. You know, because I had my my tech website. I had the 2 games that I developed that's in the Android store. I had quite a few things that I was doing. So I had set a goal for myself for 2021. And that was, I'm also a songwriter. And, I haven't been like super active in the music industry in like a long time, very long time. So I'm about to tell my age here. I wrote a song back in the 90s called Request Line for the R&B group Jeanne. That album wasn't successful, and I hate saying that something that my name was attached to wasn't successful. There are factors that went into why it wasn't successful, but I'm not going to go into that right now. Let's just say restructuring in the music industry, you know. Let's just say marketing dollars going to X, Y, but not going to Z, you know. I'll explain that in a later video. So one of my goals this year is to get more into writing. Another goal is to get into, with my very, very good friend, is to get into real estate. And I'm gonna tell you how I'm gonna do it. Financially, the thing that's supporting me right now is just delivering food. I do it for DoorDash and I do it for Uber. Which one do I like best? I like Uber. There are factors. With DoorDash, you can work for DoorDash. Well, actually, you're working for yourself. With DoorDash, they call you a partner. You can work as long as you want. I guess if you're a robot, you work 24 hours, right? in a day. But you need some sleep. So that's the thing with DoorDash versus Uber. Because Uber gives you 12 hours to work in a day. And after that 12 hours, the app times out. So when it gets to like 2 hours and 30 minutes, somewhere around there, after a delivery, a notification will pop up and says you have 2 hours and 30 minutes remaining. And then I guess every 10 or 15 minutes after that, somewhere around there, that notification will pop up like a timer, and it starts counting down till it gets to 0. When it gets to 0, it'll say you have no more time. You know, you cannot make any more deliveries. And with me, I remember, I'll give you an example. I don't know the exact times, but one time I stopped at like 7 something in the evening, and it said I couldn't make any more deliveries until like 2 or 3 in the morning. One time I stopped at like 9, and I don't know how they based this, and it was something like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. It says that'll be the next time that I can go out and make deliveries. So, but you can do this, like you can chop it up. So let's say um, let's say you one day you wake up, you and you say like you want to do the breakfast shift. Go ahead and do breakfast. Say like you do 3 hours, you know what I mean? And then you stop. And then say like you want to do another 3 hours starting at 11, you know, from 11 to 2. That's another 3 hours. So you got 6 hours remaining. And then at 2 o'clock, you say that you go home, go to sleep, take care of some bills, do whatever. Say you come back for the dinner shift. Say you come back at 6 o'clock, you know. No, let's say you come back at 5 p.m., right? Which, you know, in this area is crazy at 5, you know, especially Austin. And you got all the traffic and everything. But now it's the dinner shift. So let's say you work from 5 to 11, you know what I mean? So, you know, that's 11 p.m. And then but you're going to start getting a message at 9, somewhere around 9, saying you have 2 hours and some change, 2.5 hours or whatever remaining. And but it's all going to accumulate. No matter how much time that you do, you can stop the app at any time. So the thing, you know, that's the thing I like about these deliveries, you know. You don't have to ask no boss, hey, I need to go to the restaurant. No one's standing over you and say, hey, you got to do these deliveries. Now with DoorDash, DoorDash wants you, it's like they stand over your head, you know. If you're late getting a order out, they let you know, and then that's a complaint, you know, and yeah, you get these dumb complaints. They don't take into they don't care nothing about the traffic. They don't care nothing about that drive-through has 50 cars in it, and they don't care nothing about all that. You'll get complaint. With Uber, it's a little bit more lax, you know. But with Uber, you know, when you get the orders, you know, I always suggest just go ahead and get it done, you know. But the fun thing about these jobs is you get to go out there and make money and crush it. So let's put it into perspective. If you want to make $100 a day, $100 is easy. I can do that in the morning. That's nothing. That is nothing. If you want to make $200, fine. Work throughout the morning into the afternoon. You know, you may have to work up to like 5. Put in 8 hours, put in 10 hours, you know, make it a job, but make it fun at the same time. You don't have to work straight. You can take breaks. 45 minutes, take an hour. You need to go walking at a park or something, I do it. Sometimes I'll go to a park. I'll take pictures. I take my drone out and I would chill. I would go to one of the restaurants that I discovered along my route, and I'll go get some food and I eat, you know, especially if it's something that I never had before. A lot of the times, trust me, I go into some of these restaurants, and there was this one restaurant, something Lindo in Killeen, and I went in Killeen, Texas, right by Fort Hood. And I had to deliver that food to Fort Hood too. And this restaurant, this Mexican restaurant, the food, it just brought me back to when I was living in California, growing up in California. It brought me right back. It smelled, that was the best, I guess, best smelling restaurant that I smelled in a long time, that had authentic Mexican food. It was, you know, I ended my shift like shortly after that. And as a matter of fact, that was like the end of my shift. But it was still daytime because what I was gonna do, I would take care of something, and then I started back working again. I think I went to I went to Georgetown later on that evening, but to work. But man, I can't remember the name of that restaurant. I think I know where it's at though. And I know Lindo was in the name, but the food was so good. But that's the thing. I like I said, I like Uber better than I like DoorDash. You make money with both of them. I work exclusively just Uber right now. Why do I do that? I found that I make more money. I'm a person, I like to go hard when I do something. I don't, I go hard with, if I'm passionate about something, like I am about this, I'll go hard. $200 a day, that's nothing. Between 200 and 300, that's what I make. Just about, even today, after I do this video, I already know I'm going to make $300 today. And then I'm stacking this bread. I'm just stacking it up. I take care of my main bills. I got my car note. I have the insurance. Take care of my rent and my bills, bunch of other stuff, and and then you got all the little stuff that you take care of. Some of it's big, like your health insurance. Blue Cross Blue Shield is mine. Then you have little bitty stuff every month. Like Netflix, HBO Max. This is on the entertainment side. And then if I feel like buying like a couple movies or whatever, which will all be 4K, I do that. If I feel like buying a video game for the new Xbox, new PS5, Xbox Series X, Xbox One Series, all of that stuff, I do that, but the freedom that you have to buy things is amazing. But you also have to have a discipline. If you got a goal, you're going to have a discipline. Let me talk about discipline. This video is getting a little long. I'm looking at the time. But when I talk about discipline, a lot of people do things and they don't have a goal in mind. I have a goal in mind. I just took and I saved for it in 1 month. I took a 3-week vacation and I drove. I went through Memphis, all these states, Pennsylvania, Virginia, North Carolina, Atlanta, Savannah, Burlington, Virginia Beach, just all of these different places. Some of these places I live. I didn't live in all of them, and I have never, ever took a 3-week vacation before in my life with any job. And the thing is, I could have stayed in any one of those places, even up to now. It wasn't even an issue because a lot of those places that I went to, I was doing Doordash. And after I came back from the vacation, I started doing Uber. And so I'm doing Doordash in all of these states. And some of these states, I was like crushing it. And, in one of them, I made like $320. Another one, I made like $280. And with that money, like whatever money I was spending throughout the day, I would look on my cell phone and say, okay, I spent yesterday I spent $120. So tomorrow I'm gonna go out and I just make like 200. Or I'll say, okay, right here I paid for this room for the night. This room was $143. So tomorrow I gotta at least make 200, 250. And or I spent $90 today. So I always try to make like a percentage of that, at least 50% more of what I spent when I was out on my trip. I had no issues whatsoever, you know, no issues. And I'm driving a Toyota Prius, 2015. I'm driving that. And I had a Tahoe. And the Tahoe, you know, I sold to someone in my family. I sold that to them because when I first started doing Doordash in September, that's what I had. I had my Tahoe. But I was finding that because of gas, I don't want to talk about gas, putting it in a Tahoe and driving 8 to 10 hours a day. You putting gas in that bad boy a lot. And it started it wasn't making sense to me. You know, when I would look at the bottom line, you know, every at the end of every week, I'm like, okay, I made this much with DoorDash, but this much went towards gas. I was like, no, I can't. This is not making sense. Then I thought about it. This was right before I got fired from the tech job. I was like, this is not making sense. So then I went and got the Prius. I got the Prius in November of last year. Yeah, right before I got fired. I think I had the Prius probably like, did I get it in October? At the end of October? I think it was the beginning of November, you know? And but I say all that to say this, you know, how am I doing mentally? I am doing just great. Actually, I could hear birds outside. And the reason why I'm saying I could hear birds outside right now is because I'm waking up and God is blessing me to see another day. Waking up, I feel great. You know, I had my breakfast, I had coffee. If I want to go to work right now, I can go to work. If I want to edit this video right now, I can edit this video, go back to sleep, then wake up and just do something at lunchtime, come back, you know, or just stay out, you know. But no, I'm going to be out all day because I got goals, you know. And the most beautiful thing about it is when I look back at my tech job, I seen that I was making like this much money, you know, every 2 weeks. You know, I was living paycheck to paycheck, you know. But now, every week, I'm making like this much money. More than half than what they were paying me, which is amazing to me. You know, I haven't seen this much money coming to me every week since I was younger, living in Virginia when I was in the game, you know. Damn, this Uber thing feels like a damn cheat code to me. It's like, you know, when I'm seeing how much money I'm accumulating, you know, I may look at my bank account one day and say, okay, now you got $1,600. Okay, that's cool. And then the next day, when I go to look at it, you know, it'll say something like, now you got 1,900 and some change. Like, Then I might spend 100, then I'm down to like 1,800. Next day, I'm looking, I got over 2,000. I'm like, now I'm thinking, okay, I'm making money like this every day, and you can spend the money the same day. Whatever you make, that's the beautiful thing about it. I go out and make $100 right now. I can just hit a button on my phone. It goes right to my Cash App. Money's in there. I can spend it like within the next minute. I can just start spending it. Case in point, I paid some bills, paid some fines and all that at one time this year. And then I was looking at the bank account. Bank account was low. And I was like, oh man, okay, I'm gonna have to get out here and work. Went out 1 week and made over $1,000, and it wasn't hard, you know, making over $1,000 in 4 to 5 days. 4 to 5 days. Put that into perspective. Can you make $1,000 a week? Yes, you can. Can you make $800 a week? Yeah. You want to make $300 a week? Yes, you can. You want to make $1,500 a week? That's very possible. I actually know somebody that's doing over $1,500 a week with this. His name is John Hunt. Facts. I seen the receipts. When I seen that, I sent them a message. I was like, I PM'd him like, yo, bro, what are you doing, man? Tell me what are you doing? You know, are you okay? Do you get a chance to even go home and sleep? Or, you know, wow, what are you doing to make that much bread? You know, well, I'm looking at his receipts and I'm seeing in a row for weeks, 2,000, 2,400. Like, bro, are you seriously making almost 10,000 a month doing this? And then I look at it, I'm like, okay, I'm making almost half of that. And I want to be making almost 10,000 a month. But I got other things and other endeavors and stuff that I'm doing. And, you know, because I also do photography. Yeah. And shoot music videos and all that stuff. And so I'm like, I got to do other things. Like, his lane, when you got a goal and you focus on your goal, it don't matter what anybody else said. On the outside looking in, it does not matter to you. You don't care. You're going to be like, okay, I need to make this. So you're going to go make this. You need to make that. You're going to go make that. And you ain't going to care about what anybody else say. Because people's opinions shouldn't matter to you. You know? But making your money your way, that's what should matter to you. That should be more important to you. You know? Your mental health is very, it should be guarded, you know, and you should take care of that. Because, like I said, I was depressed. A lot of people don't know what I went through last year. And if I told you everything that I went through last year, including catching COVID, beating that, marriage, going down the drain, heart attack. Yeah, heart attack. A lot of people don't know that, you know? What else happened last year? It was just like a roller coaster. 2020 was like a roller coaster, not just for me, but for a lot of people. And then I'm still here. I went from a state of depression. I still had a smile on my face though. But inside, I wasn't doing okay. I didn't start doing okay until I started doing Doordash and Uber full time. Once I started doing it full time, then I knew I was okay. Not just because of the money. You know, I'm a person that I love driving. That's just what I like doing. You know, I love getting in the car and hitting the road. That's just, and if I'm gonna get in the car and hit the road, why don't I get paid for it? Not in something big like a Tahoe. You know, I got to get something small. You know, but yeah, that's how I'm doing. That's how I'm rocking in 2021. And I'm gonna have to, right now it says 31 minutes, but y'all are not gonna see 31. I'm gonna do some chopping and editing later on. But right now I gotta hit the road because I gotta go get this bread. You know, I'm gonna holler at y'all another time. This is Big T Tech. Please like, subscribe, and share. Tell a friend to tell a friend. You know, I'm gonna get more into in the future talking about Uber and talking about Doordash and Postmates. I signed up for Postmates too. I actually signed up for Postmates last week, so I'm just waiting on. Matter of fact, I got the card right here. So when you sign up for these places, they give you these cards. This is the Postmates card right there. This is the Doordash debit card right there. And this is the Doordash red card right here. They call it the red card. That's the red card right there. And this is my new Postmates card right here. This is the new Postmates card right there. So sometimes you're gonna have to pay for a customer's order or whatever, and when you have to pay for that order, you have to have a card. You know what I mean? They go to Uber card right there. I like the Uber card. Uber card looks smooth. You know what I mean? But I do this thing. You know, this is my job. This is what I love doing. I'm the type person, I'm not gonna be broke. I know too many lanes, legally and illegally, how to get paid. But I'm just choosing it to do it legally right now, you know. And I'm not talking about selling drugs, you know. If I want to do that, I can do that, you know. But that's to me, that's like a lost art, you know. Some people can do that very well. Most people can't. I'm like one of the ones that can't do that. You know, I'm just gonna be real honest with you. Selling drugs is not the wave, yo. You know, don't do that. You know, I lost some friends in that game. Some of them are dead. Some are in prison. You know, and I know a couple of them right now in life, they're doing okay. You know, and I never went on YouTube and just really you know, I'm being myself. Just telling it how it is, because a lot of people, they lie. They get up on YouTube and they just straight up, they lie to people, you know. I'm doing this and I'm doing that. I just bought this and I just bought that. And so they're going broke for, you know, trying to get views or whatever. You know, if I get views, fine. If I don't get views, fine. You know what I mean? But I'm happy at where I'm at right now. Nobody can take nothing from me, you know? Try to take something from me. It's not going to be a good look for you. But, you know, I'm doing great. And I'm going to continue to do what I do. And it's getting later in the morning, and I have to get out here and get this bread. But I'm talking to you good people out here in YouTube land. But, that's how I'm doing right now. That's how I'm rocking. You know, if you want to get into this thing or whatever, and you want to sign up, I'll leave a link down below in the description if you want to sign up for Uber Eats or DoorDash. So just sign up under me and let's get this bread.